You know, I still get chills thinking about that flight from New York to LA last year on Skyline Airways. It was supposed to be just another red-eye for business folks and vacationers. But man, it turned into this wild showdown at 35,000 feet that nobody saw coming. Picture this. Karen Mitchell, this seasoned flight attendant with 18 years under her belt, spots three 13-year-old black girls settling into first class. Mia, Lila, and Nora Thompson, all dressed sharp in their academy blazers, tablets out, looking like they're prepping for some big deal. Karen hovers over them, arms crossed, voice all sugary venom. What on earth are three kids like you doing up here in first class? These seats cost a fortune. Did your parents mix up the sections or something? The whole cabin goes quiet, newspapers rustling down, laptops pausing, everyone sensing that prickly tension in the air like static before a storm. Karen wasn't always like that. You see, she started out loving the job, the glamour of jet setting, making passengers feel like royalty. But life had worn her down hard, passed over for that lead attendant spot she deserved, or so she thought, in favor of some younger guy, Mike Reynolds, who she figured got it because of the company's diversity push. Never mind, he was just as white as her. Add in a messy divorce, mounting bills, and those late-night texts from her ex about delayed support payments. And Karen had become this walking bundle of resentment, quick to snap at anyone who didn't fit her picture of premium, especially folks of color, though she'd never admit it. She'd had complaints before, brushed off with warnings, but nothing stuck. Until now. The girls, though, oh, they were something else. Mia, the oldest by a few minutes, straightens up, her box braids framing that serious face, and says calmly, "We're here for a youth summit on climate action. Family arranged it." But Karen's not buying it. Eyes narrowing. Family business, huh? Let me see those boarding passes. Gotta verify standards. She examines them like they're fake IDs at a bar, muttering about unusual bookings, while under the table, Lila's discreetly noting everything on her tablet, and Nora's blinking back tears, whispering to her sisters, "She's scared of us. Of what we stand for." The cabin starts buzzing. A board member, Elena Vasquez, perks up, half recognizing the girls from somewhere. A reporter, Alex Turner, slyly starts recording. Even a CEO type, Sarah Klein, who first thought the kids might be noisy, shifts uncomfortably, seeing her own biases mirrored in Karen's snark. Karen escalates, announcing loudly, "We need extra checks for certain passengers," her gaze drilling into the girls, suggesting they move to economy where young folks belong. Mia fires back politely, "Our tickets are paid. What's unusual about 3 seats for 3 people?" Laughter ripples from a few seats, frustrating Karen more, her face flushing as she demands IDs, hissing, "First class requires sophistication. Hope you can keep up." The girls hold firm, Nora adding softly, "True class is how you treat people, not where you sit." But inside, their hurting hands clasping tight, debating texting mom, knowing dads and big merger talks, and wouldn't want the fuss. Then it snaps. Karen loses it, leaning in, "Listen, you little intruders. I've slaved here 18 years keeping this airline elite. You don't belong. You're nothing." Chaos erupts, passengers on their feet, Mike finally stepping in. "Karen, stand down now." Phones out everywhere, social media lighting up. Captain Luis Garcia chimes in over the speakers, zero tolerance for bias, isolating Karen in the back. But the real bomb drops when Mia stands, voice steady despite shaking hands. "You were right about one thing, ownership matters. This airline's our families." Gasps echo. Turns out, the girls are David Thompson's daughters, Skyline's founder and CEO. Karen's world crumbles, face paling, stammering, "I didn't know. How could I?" Nora, tears drying, replies, "You didn't care who we were, just what you assumed." David himself broadcasts, first as CEO slamming the culture fail, then as dad, "Girls, I'm so proud. Love you." Karen's fired on the spot, career in ashes, her pleas falling flat amid passenger rebukes. In the end, as we landed, the girls just reviewed their summit notes, unfazed, turning prejudice into a company-wide reckoning. Training revamps, bias audits, the works. But here's what sticks. Was it justice or just privilege winning out? Would it have ended the same for regular kids? What do you think? Ever seen bias blow up like this? Share below, hit like if it hit home, subscribe for more real-life twists. Let's talk fairness in the comments. Your story might spark change.